It would be perfect for like a cold winter's night before bed, or if you're sitting around reading or watching Netflix. Hey Namaste Goddesses! This video was inspired by a wonderful channel, a vegan channel called Pick Up Limes. You do not have to be vegan to watch her. I'm not vegan, but her channel is just really beautiful, wonderful recipes, beautifully filmed. But she inspired me because the recipe I'm gonna do is for a healthy latte. And I'm gonna be using my high-speed blender, which is brand new. I love this thing. Okay, I love my Vitamix. It is a really high quality blender. It has a 7-year warranty. I'll put a link below to it on Amazon. It is a couple $100s, but this is like the Blentec and Vitamix are the two, and most people say the Vitamix is better. I've had the Blentec and the Vitamix is better. Like I said, it has a 7-year warranty. There are blenders that are cheaper, absolutely, but they won't last as long as the Vitamix. I'm gonna use it to make a lovely latte that I hope you enjoy and that I hope you try. Okay, so what you need is cacao powder, maple syrup, turmeric, and then some spices, cardamom, real cinnamon, a little bit of black pepper, walnuts or other nuts, or oats, and a little bit of fresh ginger, and 1 to 2 dates if you have them. If you don't have them, then you can use some brown sugar. We've put a tablespoon of the cacao powder. My camera cut out, so it didn't film that piece. We have a tablespoon of the cacao powder, a scant half teaspoon of turmeric. Adjust that down if you're not used to the flavor of turmeric. A half teaspoon of true cinnamon. True cinnamon doesn't tend to upset the stomach. It's just less harsh. Some people are actually allergic to cinnamon. If you are, of course, leave it out. And then my favorite spice in the world, which, oh my gosh, I love this. This is cardamom. Cardamom is picture like lemon, but with a sweet quality to it. It's a really wonderful spice, and I put a half teaspoon of that in as well. All of these spices are said to help with our digestion. They're the spices that go into chai. I did not put fennel because it doesn't really go as well with the chocolatey taste. There are other spices I left out. I put in a tablespoon of walnuts because that's basically going to make our walnut milk in the high-speed blender. If you didn't have walnuts, I showed putting in a tablespoon of old-fashioned oats. I wouldn't put quick cook oats because I think they will get slimy. Okay, so only use oats if you are not going to heat this after you make it, because it will then get a little bit slimy. The oats only work as a milk if you put it in the hot thing and drink it. I'm putting a little piece of ginger. I cut off the skin, but that makes it easier to digest. So the bulk of the flavor is the cacao and the turmeric. If you had dates, I would put 1 or even 2 dates in there, but I've run out of dates. Dates are super healthy. Like I said, 1 would be fine. If you want it sweeter, you could put 2 medjool dates. I recommend the medjool dates. Since I don't have dates, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little less than a tablespoon of maple syrup. If you wanna take a shortcut, goddess, you could just brew a cup of chai tea as your base, if you'd like, but it's gonna slightly change the flavor. So I'm just gonna boil some water, and I am gonna put a teaspoon of brown sugar, only doing that because I ran out of dates this morning. We'll put that in there. Now I'm gonna add something that's a little bit odd. If you have it, a dried shiitake mushroom, it's gonna kind of deepen the flavor a little bit, but it's hidden well with the cacao. Shiitake are also very powerful mushrooms. We just tend to think of them only for cooking, but it's still a very healthy mushroom. So I'm just gonna take, and again, this is to your tolerance. So if you're new to some of these flavors, leave out the shiitake or just put a little small amount because dried is more potent. I'm just gonna put in this much, like it's literally half of a little head of a shiitake mushroom. The water is ready, so I'm gonna get that. I like to clean as I go. That way at the end, I don't have that much to do. One other thing I want to add is literally a small pinch of black pepper. Just helps to stimulate our digestion, especially in the West where we tend to eat a lot of heavy food relative to the rest of the world, except maybe the French. They eat a lot of heavy food too, but they're included in the West. I'm putting in the cup the amount I want to make. So I've put this much water, which I think is about 10 ounces. Let's just blend that all together. Put it down and then snap, and it's on. And then I'm turning it on. All right. Now the knob, you turn it up. And now I'm going to put it up to high briefly. You really don't need to do that for very long at all. Cacao turmeric latte. And as I said, it's very forgiving. You can adjust this, put in more brown sugar. If it's not creamy enough, put in another walnut, right, to get those healthy oils in, and that's what's basically the milk for it, since we weren't using dairy. It is very creamy, very frothy. This is the tasting. I was drinking it and the camera was not filming. So it is really yummy. I've already partially drank it, so the cup, of course, you know, shows that. It is really, really good. I'll flash the recipe again here for this spiced cacao turmeric spiced latte. It just tastes like a hot chocolate, but with really good ingredients in it. Really hearty. It's just really, really good. So I will flash the recipe here for you. You can't ruin it because you can always sort of tweak it back to the way you want it. Whoops. So actually from right at the end when I filmed it, it wasn't sweet enough for me. So I added a little more brown sugar and I added some oats in. Before I had just used the walnuts, but the oats give it, again, a creamier mouthfeel without adding any fat. So I just literally took like a pinch of old-fashioned oats and I blended it again, and then it was just absolutely delicious. So you can't make this wrong, just sort of play with it. All right, hope you enjoy and hope you'll try this recipe, and check out Pick Up Limes. She's got some fantastic recipes for like 4 or 5 others as well. And don't judge, because she has like a professional kitchen, because that's what her channel is about. And don't forget, check out this next video on Christmas ideas, gift ideas for the spiritual woman in your life, whether it's Christmas or birthday or whatever. Check that video out next. All right, stay blissed and blessed.